Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we're actually talking about Amazon because Amazon is demanding a piece of their vendors' companies. This is nuts. Here's what's going on. This is coming from the Wall Street Journal. Suppliers who want to land Amazon.com as a client for their goods and services can find that its business comes with a catch: the right for Amazon to buy big stakes in their companies at potentially steep discounts to market value. The technology and retail giant has struck at least a dozen deals with publicly traded companies in which it gets rights, called warrants, to buy the vendor's stock in the future at what could be below market prices, according to corporate filings and interviews with people involved with these deals. Now, Amazon over the past decade has also done more than 75 such deals with privately held companies, according to a person familiar with the matter talking to the Wall Street Journal. In all, the tech titan stakes and potential stakes amount to billions of dollars across companies that provide everything from call-in services to natural gas, and in some cases position Amazon among the top shareholders in those businesses. Now, these unusual agreements they offer a window into how Amazon uses its market share, basically just the behemoth that Amazon is, in order to increase its wealth and its clout outside of Amazon itself. The company has been under growing scrutiny from regulators and lawmakers over its competitive practices, including with companies that it partners with. Now, while these deals can benefit the suppliers by locking in big contracts, which can obviously boost their share prices, executives at several companies said that they felt that they couldn't refuse Amazon's push for the right to buy stock without risking that major contract. The deals in some cases also give Amazon rights such as board representation and the ability to top any acquisition offers from other companies. And I could imagine a scenario, and others have talked about this, where Amazon simply says, well, you have to buy this at below market price, or rather we are going to buy at below market price, or you're not going to get this contract. And so they basically get, let's say they buy in for whatever cents on the dollar, they get the contract that's public, and then the stock price surges, and Amazon and everybody in that company makes an absolute ton of money. That, I think, is somewhat anti-competitive. They've also been accused before of wiping out things like some aspects of like the diaper industry or the baby industry, if I recall correctly, by simply either buying out the companies or vastly underpricing their competitive diapers to the point where they are using it as a loss leader, meaning they are simply losing money so that their other competitors can't keep up, therefore go out of business or sell, and so Amazon then becomes the dominant share. These are the kinds of predatory practices that Amazon has been using for years, but this is really surprising in the sense that some of the large corporations that we're using, we don't necessarily think of them as Amazon related in any which way, shape, or form beyond possibly being a vendor for Amazon. And Amazon ends up owning a good chunk of these large corporations, and they have control to the point where they can dictate, let's say, direction or sale and acquisition or other things. I think that's a huge thing. And I'm curious to see what exactly is going to happen with this. There have been calls for Amazon to essentially be not shut down, but broken up as a monopoly into separate entities and all of that, as there have been for Facebook and other large companies in the big tech era. But Amazon seems to be that growth behemoth that keeps on going. They were the first ones, if I recall, to hit the $1 trillion market cap, or maybe second behind Apple, but Jeff Bezos by far is the wealthiest individual on the planet, even after he gave a good chunk of his wealth to his now former wife when they went through a divorce. I believe it was last year. So this is actually, I think, a rather huge thing. Not many people are talking about it. It's excellent reporting by the Wall Street Journal. I quoted almost verbatim, for the record, through this through this recording here. And so I think that this is a huge problem. And I think we need to discuss this, and if you're not a fan of Amazon, this is probably going to rankle you, even more so than before. And if you are an Amazon fan, please understand that they are fast becoming the only game in town. And if you're not left with any alternatives, that means they control the price on everything. Think about that. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. As far as I know, Amazon doesn't own any of those. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please stay private. Thanks, everyone.